Hey there, it's Elizabeth Mack with the Tallahassee Democrat, and you're watching another edition of Limelight Live. This week, I'm at the Bradfordville Blues Club. It's a little bit on the outskirts, kind of, sort of. It didn't take me very long to get here, but it is a very nice establishment. Joining me is Gary and Kim. They're the current owners of the Bradfordville Blues Club. Say hello.
Hello, folks.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about some history of the place and also some upcoming events.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We could talk for days about the history of the place.
I have noticed this.
The property has been in the Henry family for about 100 years, and they've been handing it down to their descendants. And we started leasing it about 10 years ago to run the club. But before that, it was a community gathering spot. There was a baseball team that played out here from the 1930s through the 1980s.
I love our baseball.
They got thousands of people out here for the baseball games, big crowds. Some people would stay overnight and they'd hang around by the bonfire out there. The bonfire has been out there for about, burning in that spot, same location, for about 100 years.
Okay.
People would be out there playing music, guitars, harmonicas, juice harps, saws, trash cans, drums, just having a lot of merriment, having a good time.
Sounds very Southern.
Oh yeah,
I like
very
it.
Southern, very, very Southern.
Okay, and then so you were telling me that this building was built in 1965, correct?
Yes, as far as we can tell, this building was constructed in 1964. It was built by all the folks in the Henry family. At the time, it was serving as a community center and as a night spot. And they'd have some bands, they'd have DJs playing music. And it was a gathering point for the Henry family and many of the other blacks that lived in the area.
Now this is a historical spot. I noticed the placard out there.
Yes, it is. We have a blues marker that the state of Mississippi gave us.
Talks about the Chitlin Circuit.
Yeah.
I learned about that today. I'm so excited.
It is the Mississippi Blues Commission awarded that to the club, and it's awarded to the club because of its historical significance and contribution to the blues. And primarily because during the early days of the blues around World War II, but a little bit before, a little bit after, black musicians didn't have a whole lot of places to play. So they would travel around to various clubs, mostly in the South, and play and then pack up and go to the next club, and it was called the Chitlin Circuit. And it existed for a long time. This club was on the after-hours Chitlin Circuit. There were two clubs in Frenchtown that were actually on the Chitlin Circuit that had just about everybody in the music that you could think of. And that was the Redbird Cafe and the Two Spot, and there were a couple of others. And then some of the musicians would come out here after they finished playing at those other places, and they'd sit in with the bands that were playing here.
That sounds like something that musicians would do. I don't know. Every time I go to a jazz show, that like anyone who just so happens to be there with an instrument already in their car is like, "Hey, come on up, play a few sessions." It's like, okay.
That's what makes the blues, the jam sessions.
I think that's what makes music, and I do like the aspect of jazz and blues and how they coordinate together all that history. It's great.
They do, and it's an opportunity for great musicians just to get together and improvise, and they always do in both jazz and blues.
Yeah, me personally, my favorite blues performer is Howlin' Wolf.
Oh, the Wolf.
Everyone says she must have an old soul. It's like, yes, I do. I love him.
Howlin' Wolf, what a voice that man had.
Yes, it's very unique. Very unique.
Yeah, that growly voice.
But you don't only get that raspiness. Not everybody can do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Many people have tried. Many people have tried to imitate it, but no, can't match him.
So then tell me all who's performed here.
Well, over the years, quite a few folks have been here. Little Milton has played here. Clarence Carter has played here. The portrait over my shoulder there is Percy Sledge. Little Milton has been here. Bobby Blue Bland, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, Bobby Rush. Many of the kings and queens of the blues have come through this place.
Okay. And then so you have some upcoming performances coming up, right?
Yes, we do. Every weekend we have something coming up, and on the 4th of November we have the Damon Fowler Group. It's a young guy out of Tampa. Very, very good guitar player. He plays the lap slide. an up-and-coming blues player, and that Saturday, the 5th, we have J.P. Soares and the Red Hots. J.P. is another fabulous guitar player out of the Boca Raton area. So we have a Florida weekend coming up with 2 superb guitar players.
Got a lot of talent in Florida. We do.
There is. There's an awful lot of good talent in Florida.
There is. And then so how do you go about, I guess, pulling what performance you're going to have? Because I feel like blues is almost, it's very niche. It's a very niche market, I guess.
It is. It is a niche market, but there are many shades of blue. And it goes all the way from some guy just sitting on a stool playing blues with a guitar, talking about lost love, to rock and roll bands that somehow throw in a couple of blues tunes and everything in between. And some of the tables behind us are Zydeco bands that play here. And it's Rosie Ledette, she calls it revved up blues.
And then I guess, so how did you 2 get involved in this business then?
Well, when Dave Clater opened up his Dave CC Club, Gary was like the first one in the door that night, and that was it. Every weekend we were out here. And so we started helping Dave with festivals, bartend, be at the door, and just really got involved with it.
So what drives your passion for
Keeps
the
him
music?
alive. He smiles every time he walks in the door on Friday.
That I do. This place redeems myself for everything I do during the week as a lawyer.
That's good.
So,
I'm sure that's probably, this is like huge stress relief then.
This is just so much pleasure, so much fun. The musicians are great. The customers that we have are great. It's just an experience that I've never had, and I'm having the time of my life.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I understand that people can also go online and purchase tickets in advance,
Yes,
correct?
they can. We have a website, even though we're down 2 goat trails, one of them fairly rutted. We do have a website, Bradfordvilleblues.com. There's a calendar of events, so you can link on to any of the bands, listen to them, see if that's your type of music. You can buy some tickets, advance tickets, and get reservations any Friday and Saturday night. And every now and then we have a Thursday show.
I did see a few
Wednesday show.
Thursdays. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so I understand you also have libations and snacks, right?
We are a beer and wine place. That's
Okay.
it. Beer and wine, and we do have snacks and all the
Well, you
non-alcoholic.
had Miss Ernestine cooking fried catfish and mullet outside.
Ooh, and
French
mullet.
fries with onions.
and onion rings
Sometimes.
and sweet potato fries.
Awesome.
So you
Wow.
can get a mouthful of the South and get some blues as
Definitely.
well. And then go sit out by the bonfire.
I have to say, when I walked in, I honestly did get a feel that I was in the South for sure, because it reminds me very much so of what I've seen in Mississippi, because my grandfather's from Mississippi. And so when I walked in, there was a lot of that Southern flavor. It just feels very homely to me.
Well, welcome home.
I feel like, and I'm not even from Mississippi.
Well, now that you
It
know
just
where
feels,
we are.
yes, it just feels very homely.
Well, when the bands walk in here for the first time, their mouths just drop because it reminds them of when
It's
they were
very
coming
traditional,
up. You know,
yes.
this is the juke joints that they played at. And it just kind of touches their heart that
Yeah.
there's something like this still out there.
It's very traditional. I love it. I love it. Well, as usual, I have other events to bring you that are going on around town this week. Starting Wednesday, The Trip. It's showing at the Student Life Cinema on FSU campus. It's a tale of 2 British comedians traveling the countryside and their experiences with the local culture and the restaurants and the food and the hotels. They'll be having a show from 7:30 and at 10:15. So if you can't catch the 7:30, you can catch the later show. If you're a little night owl, you want to be out late, you can catch the 10:15 show. And then also Shrek the Musical. All the little kiddies love Shrek. I love Shrek too, actually. He's cute, you know. It's green, my favorite color. It's going to be at the Civic Center, 7:30 p.m. That's also on Wednesday. For ticket information, they're asking that you call the Civic Center box office. It's 850-222-0400. Again, that's 222-0400 for your ticket information, and that's Wednesday at 7:30, the Shrek Musical. On Thursday, the 70th annual North Florida Fair will be coming to Tallahassee. We're so excited. You know, we all love our fair. Still not as good as the State Fair in Tampa, but you know, I'll let that slide. It's going on through the 13th. The schedule, you can check that out on northfloridafair.com, because they do have specials and events going on the whole entire time that the fair is running. I definitely suggest checking it out. You know, you can only get fair food every so often, and I'm a sucker for some fair food. You know, the fried sausages with the onions and the bell peppers and
Fried butter.
All that, yes. Oh my goodness. Everything that I shouldn't eat is there. But it's always a great time, and it's good family fun. Also, there's a performance going on, Cats on the Roof at the Tallahassee Little Theater. It'll be going for the next 2 weeks past Thursday and Sunday. So every Thursday and Sunday, I think, for the next 2 weeks that you can catch this show. It's 8 p.m. to 11 o'clock. Their box office to check out ticket prices, the number is 224-8474. Remember, that's the Tallahassee Little Theater. And then Apalachicola is having their downtown oyster roast. Can never
Yowza.
Yes. The tickets for that are $50, but it's typically when they have like a festival, you're definitely gonna get your fill. That's at 6. That's from 6 to 8:45 on Friday. Again, that is the Apalachicola Downtown Oyster Roast. You know, it's right there on the coast, and who can turn that down? I don't know. We love our oysters. Yes. And then also the Greek Food Festival is on Friday and Saturday. Yes, and it's all things Greek. There's Greek food, Greek music, Greek dancing. It's nice. And it's free to get in, even though you have to pay for the food, but it's a wide variety of food. Like, you'll get a sample of everything. You'll enjoy yourself. It's from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I think they estimate like at least 13,000 people attend this festival every year, but it's worthwhile. It's at the, I think, Mother of God Greek Orthodox Church off of Riggins Road, I believe. Again, that's on Friday and Saturday, right here in town. It's and then also Shakespearity. If you're into Shakespeare, into like a little comedy, you know, the parody thing, they're doing complete works, abridged and more at the Warehouse Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7:30 p.m. $10 will get you in. If you're a student, you get in for $5, so I'd take advantage of that. And then puppies in the pool. There's 2 things we love here in Tallahassee. We love our outdoor events, and we love our dogs. So you can take your dogs to Truesdale Aquatic Center from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. They can have a little day in the pool. Yes. It's a big thing. I've covered it before. People love taking out their dogs to the pool, and the dogs have like such a little fun time. You see the little chihuahuas trying to claw their way out of the water. It's so cute.
I guess you don't want to swim in that pool a little bit afterwards.
Well, they clean it afterwards, you know, but it pretty much is at the end of the season because they're going to shut the pool down until the season opens up again. But it's just a nice little thing to do for your pups, you know, they like it. It's $375 per person and $375 for the dogs. They do have a schedule. If the dog is under 40 pounds, they can come from 1 to 2 specifically. And then if they're over 40 pounds, it's 10 to 11, 11:30 to 12:30, and 2:30 to 3:30. I'd say the little dogs have the most fun though. Looks like they just, all that water, and their little bodies are just in there, it's so cute. And then also I have to mention one thing for a good cause. The Alzheimer's Project is having their Forget Me Not Walk. It's an annual thing. It's from 1:30 to 4 p.m. At the St. Paul's United Methodist Church right there off of Lake Ella. Again, all the proceeds go to benefit the Alzheimer's Project, which does a lot for those families and those individuals in our community who have Alzheimer's. For more information about that, on how to volunteer or how to donate, you can call 386-2778. Again, that's 386-2778. Is there anything else that you two would like to add?
Well, they probably could go to Facebook on any of these that you just announced and get all the
True.
information.
Yes. And speaking of Facebook, you can check out the Limelight page it's facebook.com/Limelight with 2 T's. That's Limelight TDO. And does Bradfordville Blues Club have a Facebook page?
Yes, we do.
Yeah?
Yes.
We do. We're on Facebook as well.
So also check out the Bradfordville Blues Club. That's all I have for you this week.
Well, you know, anybody who says that there's nothing to do in Tallahassee has not been looking hard enough.
Exactly. I say that all the time. I'm so glad you agree with me. Well, great. That's all I have, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.